Hey everyone, we are back. We are the Reactants, and we are here to react to another episode of Death Note. I forget what episode we're on.
We're on 6.
I can't.
6. The last I remember, they were about to meet L. That's the last.
Oh,
shot.
the girl.
Oh, the
fiance.
Yeah.
The ex-fiance.
Yeah, she's starting to plan out things. I forget his name too already.
Ray Pember.
Ray? It was Ray. I was gonna say Ray. I'm telling you, she's a smart cookie. She's
ex-FBI.
We're about to get started. Press play because I'm actually pretty excited to see this episode.
Alright.
Okay, that's different. Okay, I think they keep adding new stuff. I swear to God.
Why? I don't.
Well, you just keep noticing this stuff.
because I never noticed his eyeballs.
No, that
hole was never there. I'm just kidding.
I am Al.
Jesus
is him. Bang. If I were Kira, you'd be dead, Mr. Soichiro Yagami, chief of the NPA. Please do not give out your name so carelessly.
Didn't he have blue eyes?
Blue hair.
That's distracting.
Excuse me, Al? From now on, I'll have to ask that you stop calling me L. It's Ryuzaki now, just to be safe. Kira is childish, and he hates losing. I'm also childish, and I hate to lose. That's how I know. As if to say...
You know what's weird? That's the first time we've heard his voice.
He's met each of my challenges head on. If you choose to withhold the names of your worst criminals, I'll kill petty criminals or the innocent. I'm holding the whole world hostage, so who's it gonna be? Death of FBI agents infuriates the U.S. Latest killings anger the international policing community. Nations agree to send 1,500 investigators to Japan. He'll see everyone as a potential threat. Psychologically, he'll start to feel cornered, and that will cause him to take some kind of drastic action. Kira works alone. He had access to all our classified information. In other words, during this window of only 5 days, Kira became aware of the FBI's presence and obviously felt threatened.
It's practically impossible to guess which agent gave the file to Kira, but I have to make sure that no one ever finds out that I came into contact with Ray Pember.
He killed that many people so we'd be unable to tell the decoys from those who were actually used. In truth, he probably only needed a few. I suspect Kira had to be one of the people being investigated by the FBI between the 14th and the 19th of December. In fact, I have no doubt.
There weren't that many people who had access to information from headquarters.
So, does anyone have any questions?
That's what I'm saying.
Actually, Ryuzaki, I do have one question for you.
I have lost the battle, but I'm not going to lose the war. And that justice will prevail no matter what.
Oh, he likes a door over there.
Hey, yeah, that's right.
I like the sound of that.
Puppy.
We can do
There's nothing off about
Sure,
it,
none
though.
of you are cute.
Nice.
So things are going well. Just one clue, a single decisive factor is all I need. Just one thing.
I mean, I think it's easier for L.
Both the police and Elle don't know that Kira can kill people by means other than a heart attack. If anyone were to discover that fact, I'd be in a lot of trouble.
Oh, you're bringing a page. Planning to kill someone?
No, but lately I've been bringing a page with me every time I go out, just in case.
Yeah, she's another factor.
Where was the bus jacking? That's it. Kira can kill in other ways. It doesn't have to be a heart attack.
The mobile customer
Rob it down.
That's unusual for Dad. He's in a meeting right now.
I have information relating to the Kira investigation.
The Kira investigation?
Yep, solved the insurance fraud murder investigation.
I have to tell them in person.
If you'd like, I could pass your message on to him. His cell phone is off at the moment, but I should be able to contact him soon. Besides, I feel like I can trust her. You can almost see it in her eyes.
Evil!
She's a wise and careful person. Police
She's
had a
smart.
leak of some kind.
Find
And
out
that's
right
why
now.
you
She's
wanted
smart,
to
but
tell
not
him in
careful.
person. When he does,
Is he
I'll give
within
you
the
the phone and
entire
let you talk to him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you understand why I can't just give you my father's cell phone number, but I have no...
She walked right into that one, didn't she?
Did
I
she?
gotta say,
My name's Shoko Maki. It's written with the characters for Shining. Ko as in child, space, and Ki as in tree.
Miss Maki, I've been thinking about Kira's powers, and I believe they enable him to somehow control his victims before they die.
So do I. Her actions before he kills them. But
She's
there's
gonna
more
die.
to it.
She knows? Who is this woman?
Help them catch Kira.
Didn't
You know, that
Elle just
possibility
state
never even
that,
crossed my
essentially, when
mind.
he was in the meeting with everyone else?
So what you're saying
but he
is
doesn't
anytime
know.
Kira wants
No,
one of
but I'm
his
saying,
murders to
didn't
go
Elle say that?
undetected, he wouldn't use a heart
That
attack.
specifically.
Right.
I think he said that he was able to control their actions before
Yeah,
they
up to
died.
death, but not how they
That Kira?
That's why I need to explain it in person to someone from Task Force headquarters. Otherwise, I'm afraid they'll just write me off.
Wouldn't it be better if your friend spoke to them instead?
You see, he was also my fiancé. While he was working, he got caught up in a bus jacking, and I have reason to believe that he meant
Her name is
Kira on
Naomi,
that
but
bus.
didn't she just say her name was something else?
Yes.
Ray
Freaking
Penber.
smart as can be. I was trying to remember her name.
But what would she
Because
say
8
about her
days after
fiance?
that bus was
Doesn't matter.
hijacked,
She's gonna try to gain his
he
trust.
died, along with the other FBI investigators.
But she's sworn not
The
to tell
same
them
man
her
had
name.
attempted to rob
Yeah,
a
but
bank 2 days before he
he knows her,
hijacked
that's
that
her.
bus so he could get rid of
She's
them
gonna
all.
die.
You're
Anyway,
gonna die.
which suggests that heart attacks aren't the only way Kira can kill people. Whoever saw his ID that day is responsible for the deaths of all of the agents.
Your theory is worth looking into. That's for sure. Your testimony could be central to the case.
Look here.
That was close. This woman.
She's the girl.
If she'd spoken to the police before I met her. But it seems there's a god on my side after all.
My mind is blown.
A lot that happened in this episode. It was mostly well, it's always dialogue, but it's like just like scene to scene to scene to
Conversing.
scene to scene. Yeah, just conversations. Not that many revelations really, because y'all pretty much just talked about what they found out. Elle's face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something's up about him. I feel like he just lives in the basement. He never gets out. He's
I mean,
just there.
he said it's the
He's
first
slouchy.
time. He said it's the first time he had to reveal his face. So
He's not wearing any shoes.
What does the other guy look like?
It's weird.
what other guy?
The middleman between people and L.
Oh, we don't know yet.
Well, the guy sits in the back.
Yeah, with
the
the hat.
hat. The thing that I kind of noticed is that like you look at Light, and like he's your typical handsome
The other one's not.
high schooler.
That's me.
You know, like your typical like if there's a movie gonna happen, Light's probably gonna be a main character in that movie.
That is true.
And you look at Elle, he's probably gonna be the creepy geek that no one wants to hang around with.
That is true.
And now one, like if Light was Elle, and if Elle was Light, and that's how they were framed, so Elle was a killer, wouldn't that feel like, yeah, that makes sense, that guy's creepy, this guy's put together, so yeah, I can see why he's a good guy.
So basically, L is Peter Parker.
Elle was like, well, he's not Peter Parker, because he's always been like he's been smart, but he's always had everything going for him. So like Peter Parker is like a struggle with the mundane, but Elle is more like a struggle with just the justice system, like criminals and stuff like that. It kind of puts it into perspective. It's like, well, nothing's really sure here. Like you can have a really like good-looking, put-together guy be the evil guy, and a guy who you would think would probably go crazy be the good guy and actually put together guy and the rational thinker.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like that dynamic that they had. So I don't know if he revealed this before, but he did reveal that he knows that they need a name and a face. It's kind of interesting that he kind of figured that out, and because it is like most common what happens, like people's names and faces are out there, everyone there, but then you go like, wait, these guys' names weren't revealed, but they didn't die. It's like, okay, so then that's what
The
happened.
fact that Al does everything on his own, he figures stuff out, and then there's like a bunch of cops.
Yeah, they don't know shit. Like I honestly think I think Elle revealed everything, right? Actually, no, that's a lie. No.
Kind of. Yeah, kind of.
Because he needed their help.
Yeah, so I think he just gave the information that he needs in order to get where he needs to be.
Yeah, he just guides him, goes like, look into this, look into this, look into this. If there's any patterns that you notice,
Like,
just
they're
tell
like
him.
assistants to
Yeah,
him, right?
pretty much. In a way, he is accepting that he's losing this to Light right now. But in a way, he's like, I also need help, and I know I can't trust a lot of people. He's accepting defeat, but he is also just being smart and going like, I can't work with a big organization.
Well, I mean, the way I think it is that he needs a new strategy. And
Yeah,
I think
because
with the
the other
cops,
way,
with the cops being with him, he's gonna have more eyes out there.
yeah, and also
help
because
him out.
he's not gonna put the information into the police database now because it's just gonna be this little group.
And he told them about it. They use different names, right?
Yeah, he said using different names.
What's his name now?
Ryuzaki.
What's his name? Why is L and Light?
That's just coincidence in the show, but I don't know if it has.
Imagine his name's Light.
You notice the way he was sitting. It's
Yeah,
kind of weird.
He's sitting weird.
He's like a little child.
He's just like that.
He was sitting like Tarzan or something.
Yeah, he sat like Tarzan. He just put his arms
Like a
over
little
his
child. Like,
knees.
who sits crisscross applesauce? Like, who?
Yeah, he's like that.
How old is he?
I don't know. He looks young, but
he looks like
he looks
age.
young at some points. When he was making that baby face, he looked like he was 10 or something.
he looked like he was like early 20s, but he sounds like he's like mid to.
Because
late
isn't
20s.
Light
Mid-20s,
like in high school?
Light's in high school.
Exactly,
Light's
but
about
Light-
to graduate.
But Light like he sounds more mature than he is. I'm not.
Usually people get their mature voice as they're getting out of high school.
No, not voice. I'm saying just the way they behave, like his
Oh.
maturity.
Yeah, but also Light's like they revealed that in this episode, Light's actually helped the police before, so there is a sense of maturity
Well,
there.
his dad is like a cop, so he has some
Yeah.
more maturity, more authority.
Yeah,
now, so.
so it's probably more structured. Like I said, he's a
So
well put
is
together
Elle.
guy. Well, we don't know anything about Elle. We just know.
He's well put together. But I feel like honestly, if you met Elle and you saw the way he acted and the way he sat down, you wouldn't take him seriously. So the fact that he took away the appearance barrier, people just listen to him. That's when you're gonna take a person seriously. If they listen to him and it works.
We should have more
But if you
confidence
see
in that
him,
person.
no. But if you see him, like for example, say you
That's
saw
true.
him and like you kind of were like, this kid's like a kid. He's like a kid. The way he sits, the way he like just sits mainly.
Well,
the
he
way
does it for
sits.
his protection too, and like that's why he said he's putting his life on the line now.
I know, but number one, but also two, I think appearance too. Because if you look at Light and you look at Elle, it's just like I'm gonna go for like Light because he's like more well put together, like you said. So
Yeah.
I feel like maybe that's why he kept his number one to keep his safety, but number two, for people to take him more seriously.
Because like if you see a random creepy guy, you're just gonna as a random creepy
exactly, you're not gonna take him seriously until like
Yeah.
his actions actually go into play. So.
How at the end of the meeting he started to gain their actual trust, like the group members. He was telling them all. They were all like, oh, "Okay, you're saying stuff that makes sense.
Mhm.
I'm starting to believe you. All right, you have our trust." So basically,
Exactly, because in the beginning, remember they walked in, they're like all thinking like, "Who the freak is this
Yeah,
guy?"
like-
Like no one's like, "This is
Like,
not
if,
Elle."
if they found him sitting down, the way he was sitting down, like, oh shit, look at the hell out of here.
Yeah, it's like
But even the way he stands, he kind of stands slouched
Yeah, he
over. So
stands
it's just like,
slouched over.
okay. So they hesitated for a moment there too.
Yeah. So I'll also reveal that he knows, well, he suspects at least that Light is working alone, which he's
Mhm.
right. And I guess you can say from, because this is like because he's noticing how his ego is playing into it now.
Yep.
So he's like, this can't be the ego of multiple people, because or else they'd be thinking rationally, they'd be canceling each other out and make sure
Mhm.
that the cause is bigger than the person in charge.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's how he's figuring it out. It's just one guy, because the ego, it's one ego.
He's
It's not multiple
childish,
ego.
yep.
Yeah. That's it. Oh, yeah, I mentioned this before. Elle doesn't really, they don't show this in the show, but it has been like weeks. So it has been time. This hasn't been like a day since that all happened. So he's had time to process, think about questions, and that's what he gets.
Pretty much, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Elle's been looking for a slip up, and
Both of them.
both of them have been looking for a slip up. Light's just been looking for a slip just to make sure he covers up so he doesn't like anything bad happens to him. And yeah, so as they were saying it at the end of the shot, they actually showed the girl, which was implying she's a slip up. Oh, it's not really a slip because there's nothing he could have done about it. Could have not killed the guy, but after doing that, there's nothing he could have done about the fiance. And this is where I wanted to get into the discussion Diego was having, like in the middle of the episode, where he was talking about like, oh, that's a slip up. So what Diego was basically saying is like, the girl is a slip up. The girl slipped up by telling Light that he is her fiance, but being a fiance of someone doesn't really put you on the record as in a relationship with that person. So like if he was his wife, then they would have a connection, because he could just search up his name and go like married to bam. But he's his fiance, so that could be a girlfriend, it could be a sister, it could be anyone else. He just has to search for someone that this guy's been in contact with, which would in this mid 2000s era wouldn't really be possible.
There's like no social media.
Yeah, so if he was married to her, she'd be dead, because he would be going like, you're married to him? I'll find his name. I'll figure it out. But that's where he's like, okay, I gotta figure out your name right now, because you're your fiance. I can't find you anywhere else. It's my one chance.
But wait, I'm confused. But he told her, she told him about the bus, so she knows that was the guy's fiance.
No, exactly, he
yeah.
knows. He knows it's her fiance.
But like,
Oh,
it's not,
she?
Yeah, like she already told him.
Oh yeah.
So it's not really a slip up because there's no real records of her
Yeah.
connected to him. So.
And I'm pretty sure they said that they came from the U.S. So again,
Yeah,
in
it's
Japan,
really gonna
so
be hard
it's
to
gonna
find.
be hard.
So he's probably gonna look for Japan. It's just.
He's not gonna find that name because he'll be like, oh crap. But
Especially
she's
that
smart
time.
too. She's smart.
Yeah. In that scene where like Doris caught on to it, and I was like, oh, the part I can remember her name. And when Doris said Naomi, I'm like, smart. I was like,
Like
nice.
no, when she said her name in my head, automatically I'm like, yo, if she was smart, because I forgot her name at that point. I forgot Ray's name too. But when she said her name, I'm like, yeah, it would be smart if she gave her like an alias name. And then when I saw in the commentary Naomi, I'm like,
oh, that's how you figured it out.
That's how I figured it out.
Spoilers. No, actually no, because like I feel like you guys would have gone like, wait, was that her name?
no, I literally thought that right away. I'm like, I can't remember her name, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't that.
Yeah.
But then when like I saw, I was like, oh, okay.
True.
But I mean, she's smart. She's thinking a step ahead. And again, I feel like she's kind of like, when she like gave him a fake name, it kind of like triggered. Number one, she's also an ex FBI agent. Number two, she's gonna be like, all right, let me get close to this guy, because this guy, he's the son of the head of the. So maybe I can figure out a way to get myself in there as well. So
they're both
they're
kind of
using each other.
The cause of death, finding out that Kira can kill in different ways is a really big game changer in the story. Is that one, it tells Elle, okay, this guy could have hidden his killings in a lot of different ways. But it may also distract Elle. Going like, there's a lot of criminals that died in this period. Some of them didn't. Okay, what's the pattern here? What's the pattern here? It might be no pattern. The only way it would benefit is if he finds out that Kira can kill people in like different ways, then that would probably lead him to Ray and go like, what was the last thing this police officer did? It's like, oh, he dealt with a bus jack and the guy died. It's like, he died. Who's the investigator?
Essentially, when Naomi or her has already discovered,
Basically
that's
what
what
she said.
Elle.
Yeah, that's why if Naomi tells Elle that, Elle can probably figure out the rest for himself and go like, okay, I figured this out. It's whoever this guy was investigating in this time.
Okay, guys, so that was us reacting to episode number 6 of Death Note. Very good episode. Very good episode. Again, it always just I want to see more, but that will be when? A couple days. So you guys, don't forget to subscribe, give this video a like. Also comment what other shows you guys want us to react to. Right now we're also reacting to Dragon Ball Z Abridged. Definitely go check those episodes out. We will have the description, we'll have the links in the description. Not the description, the link. The links.
I gotta change the battery.
No, I'm sorry. It's
battery
been a long day. Alright, we'll have the links in the description. And yeah, also don't forget to support our Patreon. And that is it, you guys. We are the Reactants, and we'll see you guys next time.
Don't forget,